Have you ever felt like life is rushing too fast? Deadlines piling up, family worries, constant notifications, and yet deep inside, you feel tired. You're working hard, but you can't shake this feeling of emptiness. What if I told you there's a peace that doesn't depend on your schedule, your job, or even your circumstances? Today, let's step away from the noise and walk with God into one of the most comforting passages in the Bible, Psalm 23. Let's begin by reading these words that have carried countless souls through difficult times. Psalm 23, verse 1. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Everything I need is provided for. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on these words. Imagine a vast green field, maybe one with hills in the distance. You're surrounded by gentle sheep all around you. There's peace in the air, and somehow you just feel calm. Do you think the sheep in that field worry where their next meal will come from? No, because they have a shepherd watching over them. They follow him. They trust him, and they are at peace. Have you ever noticed that when you try to find peace on your own, but something is missing? You might have everything you could ever desire, but still feel empty inside. See, true peace isn't about having it all. It's about resting in the one who offers it all. It's about surrendering your burdens and finding strength in someone far greater than yourself. But what does it really mean to have God as your shepherd? First, it means provision. Verse 2 says, He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. A shepherd ensures his sheep have the best grass to eat and the freshest water to drink. Likewise, God promises to lead us to places of spiritual nourishment and refreshment. When you feel stressed or drained, remember God's words. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46, verse 10. In those moments of stillness, you'll find peace that surpasses all understanding. Second, guidance. He restores my soul. Just as a shepherd guides his sheep with his staff, God guides us on our life's journey. Sometimes we wander off the path, just like those lost sheep Jesus talked about. But God doesn't give up on us. He sends his Son to seek and save us, to bring us back to the fold. When you're confused or uncertain about your direction, remember God's voice saying, My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. Remember, the shepherd knows the way. Trust his voice and follow him. Third, protection. He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. A shepherd shields his sheep from harm, keeping them safe within the flock. Similarly, God promises to protect us from harm and guide us in the right path. Remember, you're never alone. When troubles come, look to God for strength and refuge. As it says in Psalm 46, verse 1, God is for us a very present help in trouble. Fourth, restoration. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Life isn't always easy. Sometimes we face tough times and feel like giving up. But even in the darkest moments, God is with us. He helps us get back up and keep moving forward. Remember, no matter how dark it seems, God is the light that shines brightest in the darkness. Fifth, comfort. You comfort me with a cup of consolation. When a shepherd's sheep is hurting, he stays with them. In the same way, God comforts us in our pain, offering solace and support. You might have experienced the loss of a one, the end of a relationship, or the disappointment of unmet expectations. Know that God understands your pain because he has loved you enough to experience it himself. Remember, in times of grief, God's love is the healing balm for your wounded soul. Finally, God's presence. Your goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. A shepherd is always with his sheep, guiding, protecting, and loving them every step of the way. God promises to be by your side too. We're not alone on this journey called life. Now here's something important. God doesn't promise that we'll live in a world without problems. In fact, verse 4 says, "I may walk through the valley of the shadow of death." Even Jesus faced a dark valley when he was crucified on the cross. But here's the key. God promises that even in the darkest, most difficult times, we won't be alone. He will be with us. This truth has the power to transform your perspective on challenges. See, difficulties aren't roadblocks in your path. They're stepping stones that lead you closer to God. Every challenge you face has the potential to deepen your faith, strengthen your character, and draw you closer to God. So how can you apply this powerful truth in your everyday life? Well, first, cultivate a habit of stillness. Amidst the chaos of daily living, carve out moments of silence to connect with God. Meditation, prayer, or simply taking a quiet walk can work wonders. Stillness quiets the noise within and enables you to truly listen to God's voice. Second, focus on gratitude. Gratitude shifts your perspective away from what you lack towards what you have. It's a powerful tool to banish fear and anxiety. Each day, take time to appreciate the blessings in your life, big and small. This practice not only uplifts your spirits, but also fortifies your faith in God's provision. Third, embrace vulnerability. Vulnerability is strength, not weakness. It's in our vulnerabilities that we truly connect with God and others. Don't hesitate to open up to God about your struggles. And in doing so, you'll discover a peace that transcends understanding. As we conclude our reflection on Psalm 23, I want you to think about something. How does knowing God as your shepherd impact the way you approach challenges, decisions, and relationships? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Also, if you've been blessed by this message, share it with a friend who needs to hear these words. Together, let's spread the message of God's peace in a world that desperately needs it. But as we bring this episode to a gentle close, let's lift our hearts in a closing prayer. Dear Lord, thank you for being our shepherd. Help us trust you when we feel lost, and let us rest in your peace today. Amen. And remember, you're not alone on this journey. If this touched your heart, feel free to write these words in the comments. The Lord is my shepherd. Let's create a community of faith, reminding ourselves that God is with us every step of the way. Until next time, may the shepherd's peace and presence go with you every step of the way.